Good morning, Intervention Group. Happy Monday and welcome back. Today, we're starting like we usually start. Now, I'm trying to make the sentences a little bit longer this week, you'll notice too, so that we start grouping more words together as we're reading, but still reading every single word correctly. So, Henry and Mudge 6, Mrs. Hopper's house. It was like a castle. There were big chandeliers and tall paintings and a grand piano. And lucky for Mudge, cats everywhere. How many cats do you have, Mrs. Hopper? Asked Henry. 11, said Mrs. Hopper. All girls. Mudge looked at the cats and wagged. Mudge loves cats. He told Mrs. Hopper. Mrs. Hopper petted Mudge again. Mudge loves everything, she said. All right, today you guys are going to be reading a really fun story. It's called Hodja and the Robber. So it's a Turkish tale. So it comes out of the classic tales, so it's considered a fable or a traditional tale. So this one's from Turkey. So on the back inside cover, so there's Hodja and the Robber, a Turkish tale. That's the title page. So I'm just going to scroll through quick and get to the back inside cover because it explains what the genre is. So learning more about Hodja. Hodja is the most popular folktale character in Turkey today. So Turkey's a country. There are hundreds of Hodja stories. Where did the stories come from? A man named Nasreddin Hodja really did live in Turkey in the 13th century, so he was a teacher. Some of the Hodja stories may have really happened, but other stories about different people may have been retold, using Hodja as the main character. In the stories, Hodja is sometimes smart and sometimes foolish. He's always gentle and kind, and he always survives hard times with humor by being funny. And that's definitely true in this story too. So I'll read the back of the book to you guys. It's a contest. Hodja doesn't want to feed the donkey. Neither does Nisa, that's his wife. They decided the first person to talk will have to feed the donkey. So what happens when the robber comes into the very quiet house? Okay, so I'm going to go back to page 2. Hold on, don't get dizzy. All right, we're almost there. So there's Hodja riding the donkey, and there's his wife Nisa who's shaking out that rug there. So Hodja and Nisa are having an argument. You can kind of see on Nisa's face she's not very happy, but he basically says he doesn't want to feed the donkey anymore, and that's going to be her job. And she says, no way. Of course. I mean, wouldn't you feel the same way? So Nisa's the wife comes up with this contest. So her contest says, if I talk first, I will feed the donkey, but if you talk first, you must feed him. So you have to really understand this contest. The first one to talk actually is the one who's going to have to feed this donkey. So when you look at page 6, Nisa's going to town. So she's pretty happy that Hodja had stopped talking because it really had ended the argument. So Hodja is thinking with his eyes shut. And he's just kind of a funny guy. He's thinking about big, spicy meatballs. So if you turn the page, he has his eyes shut, and there's his thought bubble because he can't say anything. So there he's picturing those spicy meatballs in his head. So as you read, you got to be thinking about Hodja and how really has this contest going. So a robber comes in, and he knows that he can't talk because he doesn't want to feed the donkey. So it's a fun story. Enjoy reading.